work on this.
So what are you doing?
Excited? I'm the cheerleader. When I boo, you boo. When I go, oh, can I hear you guys go, oh? How about a hiss? Yeah.
Now point at her and boo. Boo.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, that was pretty much the speech I was going to give, so yay, Farron! So my lords and ladies, thank you so much for coming to the An Tir Players production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. As you may know, in medieval times, the actors were given the script the night before, given one night to memorize their lines. They had no rehearsals, except for some of the weird bits, and then at 2 o'clock the next day, they would perform the scene. I would like to let you know that we have had pretty much no rehearsals. We have had a little bit more time to memorize our scripts, but we all have day jobs and things that we're also doing in this, and so in the medieval times they had a prompter. We have a prompter!
Yay!
So while I can say that our play may not be perfect, it will be, period. Huzzah! And so, as Master Fearon said, if you feel like cheering, go ahead and cheer!
Yay!
And if you feel like laughing, go ahead and laugh. And if you feel like throwing things you're not allowed, the event steward said so, right?
But you can only throw it at her. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, we're going to get started, and thank you so much for coming, and please enjoy the show.
Yay!
And turn off your cell phone. The Duke of Athens, Theseus, and his fiancée Hippolyta plan their wedding to be grand celebration. His master of revels is ordered to devise entertainments with which the couple might pass their time until their wedding. Aegeus arrives with his daughter Hermia. Aegeus has promised her in marriage to Demetrius, who loves her. Hermia, however, has fallen in love with Lysander and refuses to marry Demetrius. Theseus tells Hermia that either she accepts her marriage to Demetrius, or she could be sent to a nunnery, or put to death.
Yay!
Yeah!
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there to fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I did ever hear, did ever read of tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Therefore let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
Oh, good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she does respect me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in that place, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, did do observance to a morn of May, there will I wait for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, and that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Oh, keep promise, love. Oh, look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away? Call you me fair? Fair again, unsay. Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than bark to shepherd's ear when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affections move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that that fault were mine.
comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to you our mind we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time when lovers' flights doth still conceal, from Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsels sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow, deep midnight.
I will, my love. Helen, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when that hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and in showers of oaths did melt. I will go and tackle him, fair in his flight. Then to the wood tomorrow night he will pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have my thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his gaze thither and back again.
Is all our company here? You had best call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll with every man's name who is thought fit to perform in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so throw to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh, a most excellent piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, bring forth the actors by the scroll. Masters, strike yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Here, Peter Quince. Name what part I am for, and proceed.
Nick Bottom, you are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover who kills himself most gallant for love.
I will call for some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms while I will condole in some measure. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I can play Hercules. To all the rest, the rage in the rocks and shivering shocks break through the locks of prison gates, and Phyllis car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. Proceed.
Francis Flute the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
Ah, and what is Thisbe, a wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play the woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one who you shall play it in the mask. And you may speak as small as you will.
I will hide my face, let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe. Oh, Pyramus dear, and lover dear, and lady dear, and Pyramus dear.
No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince. wits.
You, Pyramus's mother. I, Pyramus's father. Snug the joiner, you, the lion's part. And here, I hope, is a playground.
Have you the lion's part written for you, I hope, for a slow study?
You may do it extempore, there's nothing but roaring.
Oh, let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, "Let him roar again! Let him roar again! Roar! Roar! Roar!"
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
Hang us all. All right, I grant you, friends, that if you do right, ladies, they would have no discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, that I will roar as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar as for any nightingale. Roar.
You can play no part of Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man such as one shall see on a summer's day, a most lovely, gentlemanlike man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
I will undertake it.
But masters, here are your parts, and I will entreat you, require you, and desire you to come by tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town by moonlight, and there shall we rehearse. For if we were to meet in the city, we would be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I shall draw the bill of properties, such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
There we wait, and there we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through flood, through fire, over park, over vale, over bush, over briar. I serve the fairy queen, and do her orbs upon the green. But farewell, thou love of spirits, I get thee gone, for the queen and all of our elves, they come anon.
The king keeps his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within a sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, for she is her attendant path, a lovely boy, son of an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. But jealous Oberon would have the time, ninth of his train, to taste the forest wild. Yet she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. So now they never meet in grove and glen, by fast and clear, a spangled starlight chain. But they just went home else for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Are you not that spry and knavish sprite they call Robin Goodfellow, that frights the maidens of the village green,
wanderer of the night. Room fairy. Here comes Oberon.
And the queen, and, well, that he would be gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know, when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steppe of India, but that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress, and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How can thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love for Theseus? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy land buys not the boy from me. His mother was a votress of my order, but she being mortal of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with you.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory, heard a mermaid singing, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music? That very time I saw, as thou couldst not, Cupid all armed. A certain aim he took, and loosed his love shaft smartly from the bow. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wounds, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid, make man or woman madly dote on the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me that herb, and be thou back again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll wrap a girdle on the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this flower, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing that she waking looks upon, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her eyes, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen into this wood, and here am I, and wove within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Therefore get thee gone, and follow thee no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. Yet you draw not iron from my heart. It is as true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, why not, in plainest truth, tell you that I do not, nor I cannot love thee?
Even for that, I love thee the more. Neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you.
Tempt not my patience. Turn not the hatred of my spirit. For I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do beseech your modesty too much, to leave the city and entrust yourself, commit yourself into the hands of one who loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face, therefore I think I am not in the night. Nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you in my regard are all the world. Therefore how can it be said that I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I will run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave you to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest have not the heart of you. Run when you will, the story will be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne makes the chase. The dove pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions. You let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, in the field, you do me mischief. Fine, Demetrius. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We must be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere thou do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Welcome, wanderer. Hast thou the flower?
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet blows, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Here, take thou some of it. Seek throughout the grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he spies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Right?
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Sing me now to sleep, then to your offices, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongues, thorny hedgehogs be not seen, newts and diamonds do no wrong, come not near, O fairy queen, fill the with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. Loo-lee-loo, so good night with lullaby. Wearing spiders come not near, hence you long-legged spinners hence, beetles black and brush not near, one no snail, do no offense, never harm, no spell nor charm, on my lovely lady, no. So good night with lullaby.
Hence, all is well. Let one aloof stand sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love's sake. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, hard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eyes that does appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Oh, ere love
would. And, truth be told, I have forgot our way. Well, rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as a pillar for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one turf.
Nay, good Lysander. For my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning of love's conference. I mean that unto you my heart is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lie further off. In human modesty, such separation as may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Here is my bed. Sleep grant me all his rest.
With half that wish, the witcher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest I had gone, yet Athenian found I land, on whose eyes might appoint the flowered force and stirring love. Night and silence. Who is he? Sweet Samantha, he to swear, it is he, my master said, despise the Athenian maid. And here is the maiden, sleeping sound, on the dark and dirty ground. Pretty soul. She does not lie near this black glove, this kill her to see, churl upon thy eyes I throw all the power that's upon the soul. When thou wakest, but love forbids, sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So, when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, don't kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee, hence. Do not haunt me thus.
Wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayers, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so mine eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, I am ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me do run away with fear. Therefore no marvel that Demetrius do like a monster fly from my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eye? Who's here? Lysander? On the ground? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, awake!
And run through fire would I for thy sweet sake. O transparent Helena, nature shows art, that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Oh, where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword!
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What, though he love your Hermia? Oh, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content? With Hermia? No! I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who will not trade a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid. So touching now the point of human skill, Reason is marshaled to my will and leads me to your eyes. Where I o'erlook love stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve such scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, but you must flout my insufficiency. Oh, good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth, you do in such disdainful manner me to woo. Mine? But fare you well? Perforce I must confess I thought you a gentleman of more true gentleness. That poor lady of one man refused should of another be abused. Oh.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, lie thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, purest loathing to the stomach brings, or as to heresies that men do leave, are hated most of those they did deceive. So thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me. And all my powers address your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me! Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast! Why me? For pity, what a dream was here! Lysander, look how I do quake with fear! Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander! What, removed? Lysander, Lord! What, out of hearing gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak! And if you hear speak of all loves, I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Oh.
We all met?
Pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayst thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
No, not a witch. I have the device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and have the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And furthermore, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver, and this will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue.
But will the ladies not be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Therefore, another prologue must say the lion is not a lion.
Oh, and there let him name his name and say plainly that he is Snug the Droider.
Well, it shall be so, but there are two hard things. One is to bring the moonlight into a chamber, for, as you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the day we play our play?
Find a calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out, Moonshine, find out. Then we may leave a casement window in the great hall where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a lanthorn and a bush of thorns and say he comes to disfigure or to portray the person of Rouge. And there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, the story says, talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring a wall in. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster, or some loam, or some rough cast about him, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through the chink, through some...
If that may be, then all will be well. But come, every mother's son, sit and let us rehearse our parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you've spoken your speech, enter through that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swagging here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What, a play? I'll be an actor. An actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet. Odorous, savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but there a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger here, Mr. Bad played here.
Oh, must I speak now?
Aye, Mary must you, for you must understand he goes but to see a noise that he heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, as truest horse that never would tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, in Ninny's tomb.
Ninus tomb. But you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyrrhus. You speak your part all at once, cues and all. Enter Pyramus, your cue is past, it is never tire.
As true as truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were there, Thisbe, if only I were Lord.
Oh, monstrous, oh strange. Pray masters, fly masters, help!
Follow you, a league in the ground, through bogs, through bush, through brake, through ride. Sometimes the horse I lead, sometimes the hound, sometimes the hog, you had the bell, sometimes the herd, and neck, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn. Like horse, hound, hog, bed, and fire, every turn.
Why do they run away? This is knavery of them.
Bottom, thou art changed. What hast thou on thee?
What? You see an ass head of your own,
Lusty bottom, thou art translated.
I see this knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To fright me if they could. But I will show them I am not afeared. I will walk up and down here to show them that I am not afraid. And I will sing. Oh, woo, so cock, so black of you, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the run with a little quill.
Angel wakes me from my flowery bed.
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain old cuckoo grey, whose note through many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Thine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtues force perforce doth move me at first view to say, to swear I love thee.
Methinks you should have little reason for that, good madam. Although truth be told, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more's the pity that good neighbors will not make them friends.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. If I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I had enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a fairy of no common rate. The summer still doth stand upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep, and I shall purge thy mortal grossness, so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Ready? And I. And I. Whither shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night takers crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes to help my love to bed and to arise. And pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his watery eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, hail.
Oh, I pray your worship's mercy. I pray your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Oh, I'll desire you a better acquaintance. If I do cut my finger, I will make good use of thee. And I beseech you, your name, gentle sir.
Peace blossom.
And your name.
Mustard seed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awake, and then what next came into her eye that she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger.
How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about the haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. While she's in her dull, neutral close and consecrated hour, while she's in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together for her supply, intended for Theseus' nuptial day. The shallow, thick-skinned of the sort who Pyramus presented in the sport forsook his scene and entered in a break when I with him at this vantage take. And now says no, I fix on his head. Anon his disney must be answered. And so both my mimic comes when they him spy as wild geese that a creeping fowl their eye. So at his sight away his fellows fly, their sense thus weak, lost in their fears thus strong. Made senseless things begin to do them wrong. What briars and thorns with their pearls snatch, some sleeve, some hats, from yields as all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear and left sweet Pyramus translated there. And in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania awoke and straightway left us.
This falls out better than I could devise. But have you yet latched the Athenian's eyes with a love juice as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that's finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side. That when he wakes, of course she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
That is the woman, but not this man.
why rebuke you him that loves you so? They bitter breath and your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. Hast thou slain Lysander? If the sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? No, it cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should the murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in his glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd sooner give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood. Nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee then, tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege. Never to see me more! From thy hated presence part I so, see me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. For debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which I may repay, if here for a time I make my stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprison must enforce ensue a false love turned, and not a false turn true.
I do that one man holding trap a million should fail, be pounding oath upon oath.
About this wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou fine. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the heart blood dear. By some illusion, see you bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against you do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in the apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as Venus of the sky. When you wake, if she be by, beg of her for remedy. Stand close. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll do it once for one, that must needs be sport alone. These things do best please me, that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith, prove them true?
Oh, you do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put in two scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment went to her, I swore.
Nor none in my mind now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her. He loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show those blushing lips, kissing lips, tempting grow.
Oh, spite. Oh, hell. I see you're all bent, set against me for your merriment. If you... what?
If you were re-civil and knew courtesy.
What?
Civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus
If you
much
were
injury.
civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Fart.
Can you not hate me?
Oh, yes, right. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so to vow and swear and super praise my parts, when I know you hate me with your heart. You are both rivals in love of Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. Oh, a trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure tears in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patient, all to make you sport.
Demetrius, you are unkind. Say not so. For you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all good will, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part. And yours and Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will until my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will not. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her, but as guestwise sojourns. And now to Helen, is it home returned?
Oh, Helen,
there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Do not disparage the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou buy it dear. Oh, look, thy love comes. Here comes thy dear.
Dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth prepare the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him by. Fairest Helen, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Oh, why seekst thou me? Cannot thou know? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
No, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Oh, injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired with these two to bait me with this foul derision? And would you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in mocking your poor friend? It's not friendly, it's not maidenly.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And made your other love Demetrius, who only just now did spurn me with his foot, call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare, precious, celestial. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates, and wherefore doth Lysander tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What, though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, miserable most and love unloved, this you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
Oh, I persevere. Counterfeit sad looks. Make mouths upon me when my back is turned. Wink at each other. Hold the sweet chest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you have any pity of grace or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence shall soon remedy.
Stay! What the hell? Stay! My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena!
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, then I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I would lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou sayest, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where'd you tend all this? Why are you grown so rude? What change is this? Sweet love.
Thy love? Out! Tawny tartar, out! Out! Loaded medicine! Hated potion! Hence!
Do you not jest?
Aye, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I harm her, strike her, kill her dead? Though I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm? And hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh, me, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me. Yet since night you left me. Why then you left me. Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of question, of hope, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
You thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Oh, good gentleman, though you mock me, I pray you let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I'm a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You may think, though she's something perhaps lower than myself, that I can...
Lower her again!
Oh, good Hermia, good Hermia. I did always love you, never harmed you. Did always keep your counsels, save that I told Demetrius of your flight into the wood. He followed you, and for love I followed him, but he hath dragged me hence, threatened to spurn me, strike me, to kill me too. But if you will let me go, I shall bear my folly back to Athens and follow you no further.
Get you gone! What is it that hinders you?
The heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Helen, be not afraid, she shall not harm thee.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part. You are too officious in her behalf, that scorns your services. Why? Let her alone. Speak not of Helen.
Now she holds me not. So if thou wouldst try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena, follow me.
Follow thee? I'll walk with thee cheek by jowl.
You! Mistress, all this coil is long of you. Go not back.
I'll not stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray, but my legs are longer to run away.
I am amazed, and know not what to say.
thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And thus far, blameless was my enterprise, that I have noise in an Athenian's eyes. And thus far my glad did so sort, as this their jangling I esteem as sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hide therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog, black as Acheron. And lead these testy rivals so astray, that one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometimes frame thy tongue, and stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometimes rail thou as Demetrius, and see you lead them from each other thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, unleaded legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this flower into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. That when they wake, all this derision may seem a dream and fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall the lovers wend, whose league till date to death shall never end. And whilst I thee in these affairs employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then her charmed eye from monster's view release, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Roy's harbinger as his approach, ghosts wandering here and there, troop-hung churchyards, damned spirits all, and floods and crossways of their burial. Already to the wormy beds they have gone, for fear that they should shine their shames upon. Willfully they exile themselves from the light, and must for I consort with black-browed night.
Ah, but we are spirits of a different sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even till the eastern gate all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns to yellow gold his salt green streams. Notwithstanding haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet, ere day.
And up and down, I shall lead them up and down, for I am feared in town. Ah, please lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready.
I'll be with thee straight.
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
Lysander! Lysander! Speak again! Speak again! Where art thou? Art thou fled? Thou run away! Thou coward! Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookest for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod he is defiled to draw the sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
He goes before me, yet still leads me on. I come where he calls, then he is gone. Villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. And now I am fallen in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou shows me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot thou runn'st before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand to show me thy face. Where art thou now? Thou mockest me. I cannot keep searching. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Weary night, long and tedious night, abate thy hour. Shine forth comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight from these that my poor company attest. And sleep sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes. Steal me a while from my own company.
Yet but 3. One more, but 2 each kind makes 4. Ah, here she comes, cursed and sad, for Cupid's a knavish lad wants to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe. Bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars, I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. I'll rest me here until the break of day. Heaven shield my sander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound, apply Chiora, gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb shall be known that every man shall his own. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. Man shall live mad again, and all shall be
Sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair, large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Here.
Get you your weapons ready, and kill me a red-hipped thumblebee on the head of a thistle, and, Monsieur Cobweb, bring me the honey bag. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Here.
Give me your niece, Monsieur Mustard Seed. I pray you your courtesy.
Yes, what will you?
Just to help Scratch. Methinks I must to the barber, for I am marvelously hairy about the face, and as I am a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's hear the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Methinks I could go for a handful of oats, or a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that will seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I would rather have a handful of 2 dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people disturb me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. Thus the honeysuckle, the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently entwists. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the wood, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. And when I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I did ask for her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy, I shall remove this hateful imperfection of her eyes. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's bower has such force and blessed power. And now, Titania, wake you my sweet queen.
My Oberon, visions have I seen. Thought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off the transformed scalp from this Athenian swain, that he awaking when these others do, may back to Athens home repair, and think no more of tonight's accidents, but the fierce vexation of a dream.
Now, when thou wakest with thine own fool eyes peep.
Come, music sound, and strike more dead than common sense these five of sense.
Oh, music, music such as charmeth sleep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it all to fair prosperity. And there with the Duke shall these lovers be wedded, all in jollity.
My fairy king, attend and mark that I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after night's shade, for we the globe may compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
And so, thus, Lysander awakes in love with Hermia, Demetrius awakes, now in love with Helena, Theseus, the dread Duke of Athens, finds the lovers, and, having a change of heart, allows Lysander and Hermia to wed. And, of course, so must Helena and Demetrius wed. Bottom awakes and is reunited with his troupe of actors. The Duke, Theseus, marries his bride in the third wedding, and the mechanicals now arrive to reform the newly wedded couple.
That these lovers speak of?
Here comes the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompanying your hearts.
More than unto us, wade through your walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away these long ago of 3 hours between our after supper and our bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of torturing hour? Call, Philostrate.
Here, my Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you this evening? What mask, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy times, if not with some delight?
There is a brief of how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love, Thisbe, very tragical mirth, merry and tragical, tedious and brief. That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here,
which never labored in their minds till now, and now have filled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over. Unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and calm the cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our good will. That you should think we come not to offend, but with good will, to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as meaning to contest you. Our true intent is, for your delight we are not here, that you should hear, repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon point. His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who was next?
In this same interlude, I, on Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did speak so often secretly. And by this loam, this rough cast and this stone, present that wall, the truth is so. And by this chink, the lovers did so fearfully whisper through.
Truly, it is the best speech I've ever heard from a partition.
Pyramus draws near. The wall silence.
Oh, grim looked night. Oh, night with you so black. Oh, night, whichever art when day is not. Oh, night. Oh, night. Alack. 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 I fear me Thisbe's promises forgot. And thou, oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. And thou, oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, show me thy cheek to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what do I see? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones, for thus to save it me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, indeed we should not, my lord, for you see deceiving me. Thisbe's true, and she is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the chink in the wall. Is she? I am to spy her through the chink in the wall, deceiving me.
Wall.
How often hast thou heard my moans of parting fair sweet Pyramus and me? Often has my cherry lips kissed thy stones, with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink, that I may hear me Thisbe's voice.
My love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace. Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kissed the wall's hole, not your lips
Wilt thou meet me straight away at Ninny's tomb?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
wall, me part discharged so, and thus I wall away doth go.
Ye ladies, yeah, gentle arts the fair. The smallest, monstrous mouse that creeps on floor. Me now perchance both quack and tremble air, when wildest rage doth lie and roar. And I am slow of study, so therefore know that I snug the joiner am. For if I should come into this class and cause you strife, take pity on my life.
Well roared.
Well roared, lion.
This lanthorn, though the horn the moon presents, myself the man of the moon goes him the bay. All that I have to say is to tell you that the lanthorn is the moon, I the man of the moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
All these should be in the lantern, for all these things are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
Here is Nenny's tomb. Where is my love?
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon. Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For in thy gracious golden glittering gleams I trust to take up truest Thisbe sight. But stay, oh spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful doll is here? Boys, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mental good, what stained with blood, approach ye fury spell! All fates, come, cut thread and thrum, coil, crush, conclude, and quell. But wherefore, nature, didst thou lion frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered me dear. Devoured me dear. Which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that liked, that loved, that looked with cheer. Come tears, confound, outsoared, unwarned, the pup of Pyramus. Oi, the left pap, where the art doth hop. Now die! 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 Now I am dead. Now I am dead. My soul is in the sky. Come, loose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now, die. Die! Die! Die!
How chance Moonshine has fled before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak, speak, quite dumb. Dead, dead, Tom, must cover thy sweet eyes. These my lips, these eyes, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, are gone. Oh, sisters three, come, come to me, with hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore. Since you have shore, with shears his thread of silk, tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword, come, my breast imbrue. And farewell, friends, thus this be ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu. Oh!
Moonshine and lion are left to bury the dead.
I am wall too.
Oh, no, assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue, or to hear Bergamask down between two of our players?
No epilogue, I pray you, for the play needs no excuse. Never excuse for when the players are all dead. There needs none to be play. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time.
to kind of go through a couple of things, and that's it. So everything you saw here was mostly pretty much off the cuff, and these guys are all amazing, and that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much.
That was fun.